6 contestants are about to compete for thousands of pounds. But who's got what it takes to outrun the hardball? Welcome to Hardball. In the first of our 2 heats today, Jacob, Danica and Trisha will all play. Watching their every move, ready and raring to go next are Ollie, Karen and Paul. But only one of them will make it through to the final. Drawn at random to take on the hardball first, it's Trisha. Trisha, welcome to the show.
Hello, Ori, thank you.
So tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm from Ipswich. I'm a retired midwife and I've been in Ipswich for about 30 years.
And since you've been retired, Trisha, what do you like to do?
I like to do some studying. I do online courses with different universities, mostly in the States.
And what kind of courses?
Anything from history to ecology to psychology, all sorts of things.
Trisha, it sounds like the last few years you've just been preparing for hardball.
Hopefully I've picked up a few things.
Oh, fantastic. Trisha, wishing you the best of luck today.
Thank you.
We'll start by playing the moneymaker.
OK.
The aim of the game is to get as far along the track as you can by answering as many questions as you can.
Yeah.
Each correct answer moves you on 1 square and adds £50 to the jackpot. The further you move along, the more money you'll add. And that is what today's winner will play for in the final. But beware, the hardball is always hunting you down. And if it passes you, it's game over. Trisha, let's put you on the track, shall we? There you are. The hardball will be released once I've finished asking you your first question.
Right.
If you're ready. Trisha, let's play hardball. According to the well-known phrase, which animal did curiosity kill?
The cat.
Correct. The 1980s movie Desperately Seeking Susan features which now iconic pop star?
Pass.
Madonna. Cole cannon is an Irish dish made with kale or cabbage and which starchy vegetable?
Potato.
Correct. What colour card is shown to a footballer for an offence not deemed serious enough for a sending off?
Yellow.
Correct. 1 Million and Lady Million are fragrances from which perfume house?
Pass.
Paco Rabanne. Complete the title of the J.K. Rowling novel Harry Potter and the Goblet of what?
Fire.
Correct. In the human body, which organ pumps blood around the body?
Heart.
Correct. Which emperor of France sold the Louisiana Territory to the United States in 1803?
Louis the 18th.
Napoleon. Who is the famous father of movie star Michael Douglas?
Kirk Douglas.
Correct. Nicknamed the Bean because of its shape, the Cloud Gate is a steel sculpture located in which US city?
Pass.
Chicago. Which feathered fashion accessory shares its name with a type of snake?
Boa.
Correct. Elton John, Celine Dion and Rod Stewart have all been resident singers of which Las Vegas music venue?
Caesar's Palace.
I can accept. Which British Prime Minister is the subject of the 2012 film The Iron Lady?
Margaret Thatcher.
Correct. In 2011, Mariano Rajoy was elected Prime Minister of which European country?
Portugal.
Close. Spain.
Oh.
Trisha, would have been the answer we were looking for.
Never mind.
But that is a very good start, especially going first. Trisha, second level of the track, £450 you've put into the jackpot.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Next to take on the hardball, it's Danica. Danica, welcome.
Hi.
So tell us what you do.
I'm a health and safety assessor for a local authority.
And Danica, do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I like to make handmade gifts for people.
Well, that's considerate of you.
Yeah.
Do you get anything in return for the gifts, or is that reward enough for you?
That's reward enough for myself.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
How do you think you're going to get on taking on the hardball?
Well, it's quite intimidating when you're here, so I'm hoping the nerves don't kick in too much.
I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. If you can get further than Trisha, that would put you into the next round.
Yep.
So, Danica, let's see the square that you'd have to beat. There it is. Danica, let's put you on the track, shall we?
Okay.
OK. There you are. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question.
Okay.
Danica, if you're ready, then let's play hardball. Author Ian Fleming is most famous for creating which secret agent?
James Bond.
Correct. Scrumpy is a drink traditionally...
Cider.
Apples. What does the D stand for in the common radio abbreviation DAB?
Digital.
Correct. A word formed by rearranging the letters of another is known by what name?
Anagram.
Correct. Which British girl group had a UK #1 hit with Push the Button?
Sugar Babes.
Correct. Which of the Beckham children shares their name with a title character from a Shakespearean...
Seven.
Romeo. In which country is the prestigious horse race the Melbourne Cup run?
Australia.
Correct. Brothers Gary and Martin Kemp are members of which chart-topping band?
Spandau Ballet.
Correct. What is the first name of the English broadcaster who was the subject of the 2008 film Frost Nixon?
Pass.
David, in the 1994 video game series by Crystal Dynamics, what type of lizard is Gex?
Pass.
Gecko. Which famous sporting venue describes itself as the home of cricket?
Lords.
Correct. Which British rock band had a 1966 hit single entitled Paint It Black?
Rolling Stones.
Correct. According to the nursery rhyme, children born on which day are fair of face?
Monday.
Correct. In Doctor Who, which villains use the battle cry?
Daleks.
Correct. Since 2007, which denomination of Bank of England note has featured Adam Smith?
£20 notes.
Correct. Dominic Lawson and Boris Johnson are both former editors of which weekly political and cultural magazine?
Pass.
The Spectator. Which former Made in Chelsea star is now the brother-in-law of Pippa Middleton?
Pass.
Spencer Matthews. Queen Elizabeth I was the king?
Pass.
Henry VIII would have been the answer, Danica. Hey, you can have more of a smile on your face, I reckon.
I made it.
You did? And then some. Danica, very well done. All the way to the end of the second level of the track, which means £550 added to the jackpot, taking us up to, oh, that's nice, around £1,000. And Danica, of course you made it.
Thank you.
You made it further than Trisha on the track, so you are definitely through to the next round.
Yeah.
Trisha, what it means, though, you are still at risk of going home.
I am.
Our last player in this heat is Jacob. Jacob, welcome to the show.
Hello.
So tell us about yourself.
I'm 30 years old. I'm a mental health nurse and I live in Middlesbrough.
And what do you like to do outside of work, Jacob?
I like reading, hanging out with my son and seeing my friends.
If you were to win today, Jacob, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to save up for a deposit for a house, so it could go towards that, or I'd be tempted just to spend it on a holiday and take my son away.
Oh, that would be something special, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be
OK.
brilliant.
Well, we're wishing you the best of luck today, Jacob. Problem is, Danica and Trisha have done very well. So, to get you through to the next round, Jacob, you'd need to get further than Trisha on the track, OK?
Yeah.
So, let's highlight the square for you to beat. There it is. Jacob, let's get you on the track. Guys, after this, someone will be leaving the show. Jacob, best of luck. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question.
All right.
If you're ready. Jacob, let's play hardball. Which series of books by Roger Hargreaves feature the characters Mr. Happy and Mr. Tickle?
The Mr. Men.
Correct. In which organ of the human body is the auditory canal located?
And the ear.
Correct. The French word for which colour is rouge?
Red.
Correct. According to superstition, how many years bad luck does a
7.
person... Correct. In 2005, which middle distance athlete and double Olympic champion was made a dame?
Pass.
Kelly Holmes. In the 1995 film, what type of farm animal is Babe?
Pig.
Correct. What is the UK speed limit on a dual carriageway for cars towing a trailer or caravan?
70.
60. How many stars appeared on the flag of the Soviet Union?
Pass.
1. What is the correct term for an adult female swan?
Pass.
Pen. The love interest of which DC comic superhero is Lois Lane?
Clark Kent.
Correct. The Scottish fizzy drink Iron Brew is a bright shade of which colour?
Orange.
Correct. Which singer who turned 100 in 2017 was nicknamed the Force's Sweetheart?
Pass.
Dame Vera Lynn. Who wrote The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime?
DBCP.
Mark Haddon. Jean-Claude Van Damme is famously known as the Muscles from which Belgian city?
Brussels.
Correct. Which online music streaming platform was co-founded by Daniel Ek?
Spotify.
Correct. In Chinese philosophy, what is the name of the concept that states opposing forces can be complementary?
Z.
Yin and yang. Well. Jacob, that was going really, really well. I can tell you, second level of the track is very good. £450 added into the jackpot takes us to £1,450. But Jacob, you reached exactly the same spot on the hardball track as Trisha, which means that neither of you are currently safe. Trisha, what about you watching from there?
That was scary. I thought I was out. I thought Jacob was going to do it.
Well, Jacob, Trisha, we haven't been able to split you, so to decide who goes through, we have to play the tiebreaker. So for this next question, you're both on the buzzer. Answer correctly and you're through to the head-to-head. Give me a wrong answer and you'll be going home. Here's your question. Built in 1894, which famous Lancashire seaside landmark houses a circus and, Trisha?
Blackpool Tower.
Is the right answer. Congratulations, Trisha.
Thank you.
Very well done indeed. Jacob, down at the buzzer, down to the last question.
Yeah, I did my best, but never mind.
You did really well, really well. And the way you came back on that moneymaker as well, you can be really proud of that. Jacob, thank you so much for playing Hardball.
Thank you.
So Trisha and Danica are now going to compete for a place in today's semi-final. But who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Danica and Trisha, congratulations on getting this far.
Thank you.
Oh, Trisha, in a way, you've already faced the pressure of the buzzer.
I have, yes.
So how are you feeling about the head-to-head?
Danica's a formidable opponent, so I'm a bit scared.
Well, after what you've been through, I think you'll be absolutely fine. Danica, how are the nerves right now?
Hi.
Are they?
A lot of nerves.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Danica, Trisha, good luck in
Thank
the
you.
head-to-head. Of course, our next set of contestants are going to be watching this very closely to see who they could be taking on. So this time, not only do you have to outrun the hardball, you'll also have to outrun each other. You'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer moves you one square along, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Remember, Danica, Trisha, stay ahead of the hardball because the first person who passes is out of the game. Here we go. Let's put you both on the track. So in this round, the hardball will be released when one of you reaches the second level of the track, all right? If you're ready, let's play hardball. On a traditional golf course, a bunker is usually filled with what? Trisha?
Sand.
Correct. Which action film star plays both the war veteran Rambo and the boxer Rocky? Trisha?
Sylvester Stallone.
Correct. How many times in a year would a biannual event take? Danica?
2.
Correct. Which BAFTA-winning documentary filmmaker is the cousin of Hollywood actor Justin Theroux? Trisha?
Louis Theroux.
Correct. What piece of cartilage prevents food from entering the airways when swallowing?
Epiglottis.
Correct. In food, what word commonly follows macadamia? Brazil? Danica?
Nut.
Correct. In which TV series does character Dr. David Banner turn into a green monster? Danica?
The Hulk.
I'll accept. In December 2017, Prince Harry guest edited which? Danica?
Pass.
Today. Which type of dung beetle often features symbolically in ancient Egyptian? Trisha?
Scarab.
Correct. What is the title of the third book in the Philip Pullman trilogy, His Dark Materials? The Amber Spyglass. Which championship football team plays its home games at the Stadium of Light? Trisha?
Sunderland.
Correct. The Cassini division refers to a dark region between the two rings. Trisha?
The Rings of Saturn.
Correct. In which 1992 film does Whoopi Goldberg's character escape? Danica?
Sister Act.
Correct. On which television streets might you meet Big Bird and Oscar? Danica?
Sesame Street.
Correct. Which D is a rum-based cocktail that is made in a variety? Trisha?
Daiquiri.
Correct. What name is given to the male equivalent of a peahen? Trisha?
Peacock.
Correct. Which common metal has the chemical symbol Fe? Trisha?
Iron.
Correct. What name is given to a pair of thin wooden or plastic sticks uses... That's what you call a head-to-head. Well played, Trisha.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Quick on the buzzer, all the answers as well. And as a result, all the way to the end of the second level of the track. Danica, I'm afraid to say you're out of the game, but only after a great run, a fantastic moneymaker, and in a head-to-head against Trisha, it was always going to be hard.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you had a good time?
I have. I've had a brilliant time.
Thank you very much for playing Hardball.
Thank you.
So Trisha is through to the semi-final and £1,450 is in the bank. Time now to play our next heat as 3 more contestants are ready to take on the hardball. Ollie, Karen and Paul, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to what's already been a dramatic show, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Well. You've all seen how it's done then. one of you will be playing Trisha in the semi-final. Let's find out who. First to see if they can take on the hardball, it's Paul. Paul, welcome to the show.
Hello, all right.
So tell us what you do, Paul.
I'm a telecoms manager from the West Midlands.
And outside of work, what do you like to do?
Oh, I've got a few things I do. So one of the things is collect pinball machines, proper big pinball machines.
How many pinball machines?
I've only got space for 3 in the garage at the moment, but I want to expand the collection and make a proper man cave.
OK. Well, this is like a giant pinball machine.
It is, yeah. This is the biggest machine I've ever played.
Paul, it's been a dramatic show so far.
Yeah.
Wishing you the best today.
Thank you.
So you know how the moneymaker works.
Yeah.
Simply answer as many questions as you can before the hardball passes you. £50 will go into today's jackpot with every square you light up. Make it further than either of your opponents and you will be through to the next round. All right?
Yeah.
Let's get you on the track.
OK.
There you are. The hardball will be released once I've finished asking you your first question.
OK.
If you're ready. Paul, let's play hardball. The film starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan is called Sleepless in...
Seattle.
Correct. What flavour is the filling in a Mississippi mud pie?
Chocolate.
Correct. On what surface is croquet traditionally played?
Grass.
Correct. What common name is given to the proboscis of an elephant?
Trunk.
Correct. A song by which British rock band is said
Pass.
to have... Queen. The actress with the surnames Bassinger and Cattrall...
Kim.
Correct. Before becoming US President, Donald Trump was the boss on which reality TV show?
Pass.
The Apprentice. Facebook was initially developed for students at which American university?
California.
Harvard. In reference to the human heart, what does the abbreviation BPM stand for?
Beats per minute.
Correct. People born on the 1st of January have which star sign?
Aquarius.
Capricorn. Thought to be inspired by a newspaper publisher, which surname follows Gordon in a popular expression of surprise?
Flash.
Bennett. Costa Rica has coastlines on the Caribbean
Pass.
Sea, Pacific Ocean. In the title of a Stanley Kubrick film, which year?
2001.
Correct. Which co-author of the Communist Manifesto is buried in Highgate Cemetery?
Pass.
Karl Marx. In the traditional song. Well done, Paul.
Wanted to be a lot further along than that, really.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, down to the second level of the track is OK. And, Paul, you've added £350 to the jackpot, so we're now up to £1,800. That isn't too bad at all. We've put some money in the jackpot and, of course, at this stage, you are the one to beat.
Yes.
Next to take on the hardball is Karen. Karen, welcome.
Hello.
Tell us about yourself, Karen.
I'm a market researcher and I live in a little village not far from Stratford-upon-Avon.
And what do you like to do when you're outside of work, Karen?
I play quite a lot of golf.
Do you?
Yes.
All up and down the green, the fairways and everything else?
No, mostly trees, bunkers, ditches, frankly.
It's still technically golf, though.
Apparently so.
Right.
Every now and then it feels like golf.
Oh, good. Karen, you've seen Paul go before you. What did you think?
I thought he had some very tough questions.
Well, Karen, if you're to make it through to the next round, you need to go further than Paul on the track. So let's highlight the square to beat. There it is. Karen, let's get you on the track.
Thank you.
Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question.
OK.
If you're ready. Karen, let's play hardball. First appearing in the 1940s, what colour is the cartoon character Tweety Pie?
Yellow.
Correct. What name is given to a small golfing peg on which a golf ball is placed?
T.
Correct. According to a popular nursery rhyme, which bridge is falling down?
London.
Correct. Chuck and blade, clod and neck are all cuts of which meat?
Beef.
Correct. What is the largest railway station in the world by the number of platforms?
Grand Central.
Correct. Uptown funk singer Bruno is famously known by what surname?
Mars.
Correct. Which country separates Alaska from the rest of the USA?
Canada.
Correct. Which item of underwear was advertised by the model Ava Hertigova with the slogan...
Wonderbra.
Correct. Which literary character's travels take him to Lilliput and Brobding... Correct. In 2018, which former Hollywood actress won an Oscar with...
Pass.
Rachel Shenton. Which DC comic superhero employs the butler Alfred?
Batman.
Correct. Who is the only British Prime Minister to have won the Nobel Prize for Literature?
Churchill.
Correct. The baby form of which species of Pokemon is called a Pichu?
Pikachu.
Correct. The dinosaur Tyrannosaurus Rex walked on how many legs?
2.
Correct. The professional rugby union team Leinster is based in which country?
Ireland.
Correct. What name is given to a theoretical point of zero volume and infinite density?
Vacuum.
Singularity. Which British author wrote the 19th century novel David Copperfield?
Dickens.
Correct. Which 1981 film is based on the lives of the two athletes Harold Abrahams and Eric Liddell?
Chariots of Fire.
Correct. In 1966, which British stately home opened the first drive-through safari park outside of Africa?
Woburn.
Longleat. In which BBC sitcom do the main characters live in Nelson Mandela House?
Only Fools and Horses.
Correct. Instinct is the name of a fragrance by which former England footballer?
David Beckham.
Correct. The HMRC is a government department known fully as Her Majesty's Revenue and...
Customs.
Correct. In the British Police, which rank comes directly above sergeant?
Inspector.
Correct. In what year was the electronic arcade game Space Invaders first
80s.
released? 1978. Which former Neighbours actress had a UK top 10 hit with Torn?
Natalie Imbruglia.
Correct. An Old English word for which chemical element is brimstone?
Sulphur.
Correct. Which British artist was played by Timothy Spall in a 2014 film?
Turner.
Correct. What name is given to the notional unit of currency earned by a country from the export of petroleum?
Pass.
Petrodollar. A spritzer is a drink usually made
Wine.
by adding... Correct. Which language was historically known as Cape Dutch?
Afrikaans.
Correct. From which country did the ancient tradition of philosophy and religious belief Taoism originate?
China.
Correct. Which English king was defeated at the Battle of Bannockburn?
Henry VII.
Edward II. Spanish footballer. Oh, Karen. Oh, Karen. That was a sensational moneymaker, Karen.
Thank you.
Really good. You
Thank
should be
you.
really proud of that.
I'm a little bit gutted not to get to the end.
Oh, you had it in your sights, didn't you?
Yeah.
My goodness. Karen, all the way to the 5th and final level of the track. Not many people do that in this first round. £1,300 added to the jackpot, which takes us up to already £3,100. Of course, you got further than Paul on the track, which means that you are safely through to the next round.
Excellent.
Very well done indeed.
Thank you.
Paul, with a round like that,
No chance.
you're not out of it just yet, but Paul, you are at risk of going home. Well, follow that. Our last contestant to play is Ollie. Ollie, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm 32. I'm a theatre usher living in London.
And, well, Ollie, is your job also your passion?
Absolutely. I absolutely love theatre. I act and sing as well. And I play a lot of music as well. I play the piano and saxophone.
Fantastic, fantastic stuff. I guess the good news is you don't have to get as far as Karen to make it to the next round. You do, though, need to get further than Paul.
Sure.
So, Ollie, let's highlight the square to beat. It's on the 2nd level of the track.
Sure.
Ollie, let's get you up there, shall we?
Great.
OK. Ollie, pressure's on because someone has to leave the game after this round. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking you your first question.
OK.
If you're ready, let's play hardball. The flag of the European Union consists of yellow stars on what colour background?
Blue.
Correct. What is the name of the most famous bell that is housed in Westminster's Queen Elizabeth Tower?
Big Ben.
Correct. During which war was the Battle of Britain fought?
Second World War.
Correct. Which American socialite trademarked the catchphrase, "That's hot"?
Pass.
Paris Hilton. Which boy band had a worldwide hit with the album Midnight Memories?
Pass.
One Direction. The logo of which car manufacturer consists of 4 interlinking circles?
Audi.
Correct. Christmas Day is traditionally celebrated on which date in December?
25th.
Correct. In the title of a TV series, Greendale resident Patrick Clifton has what job?
Postman Pat.
Correct. If someone looks unwell, they're said to be green around
The gills.
Correct. Roasting in Hell's Kitchen is an autobiography by which Scottish-born chef?
Gordon Ramsay.
Correct. Which major constellation is also referred to as the Hunter?
Ryan.
Correct. The NHL is a professional league in which US sport?
Basketball.
Ice hockey. In text language, what does the term BFF most commonly stand for?
Best friend forever.
Correct. Which Canadian group released the albums Reflector and The Suburbs? Arcade Fire. Which 1984 play by David Mamet features a group of ruthless real estate salesmen in Chicago?
Pass.
Glengarry Glen Ross. The name of which edible flatfish may appear on a menu along with the words...
Sole.
Correct. Which Spanish actress married Javier Bardem in July 2010?
Penelope Cruz.
Correct. In the title of a Roald Dahl book, who is described as the champion of the world?
Danny.
Correct. In 2012, the bones of which English king were uncovered
Richard
beneath...
III.
Correct. Who was the lead singer of the English rock band Led Zeppelin?
Pass.
Robert Plant. In maths, what name is given to any number that can only be divided by one and itself? Correct. Which boy's name is also used for a baby kangaroo?
Joey.
Correct. Which Oscar-winning actress became a Labour MP in 1992?
Pass.
Glenda Jackson. Developed in the 1950s by Mattel, which fortune-telling toy resembles a large billiard ball? You'd have said, Ollie?
I would have had to pass.
Magic 8 Ball.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You didn't need magic with that round, Ollie. That was fantastic. Really well done. You can be really proud of that. Third level of the track, Ollie, £800 into the jackpot, which brings us up to a total of £3,900, and that is what we are playing for today. And, of course, you made it further than Paul, so you are definitely through to the next round.
Great.
Paul, that's the disappointed face.
Yes, the technical term in the pinball world is I went down the drain.
Oh, no. You didn't. You keep your head held high and be really proud of yourself. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So Karen and Ollie are now going to compete for a place in today's semi-final. But who out of these two superstars will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Karen, Ollie, you're in the head-to-head. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Karen, after your absolute flyer of a moneymaker, how are you feeling right now?
Still nervous. I'm worried I've peaked too early.
I don't think you can do that on this show. I really don't. Ollie, it's going to be tough going against Karen, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just going to have to hope I'm quicker on the buzzer.
Well, good luck to both of you. This time, not only do you have to outrun the ball, of course, you also have to outrun each other. As you saw earlier, you'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer moves you one square along, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Again, Ollie, Karen, you need to stay ahead of the hardball, as the first person to pass is out of the game. The winner will go straight into today's semi-final with Trisha. Karen, Ollie, let's put you on the track. We will release the hardball when one of you reaches the second level of the track, all right? If you're ready, let's play hardball. Which country is known in its own language as Deutschland? Ollie.
Germany.
Correct. Morgan Freeman plays the character of God in the 2003... Ollie?
Bruce Almighty.
Correct. Lionel Messi has played for which Spanish football club for more than... Karen?
Barcelona.
Correct. Which organs in the human body are directly affected by the condition bronchitis? Ollie?
Lungs.
Correct. The name of which insect can follow the words honey and bumble? Karen?
B.
Correct. Which group's first UK chart hit was 5, 6, 7, 8? Ollie?
Steps.
Correct. According to the proverb, if you are once bitten, you are twice... Karen?
Shy.
Correct. In which stage musical are Elphaba and Galinda? Ollie?
Wicked.
Correct. The first female Prime Minister of which country was Indira Gandhi? Karen?
India.
Correct. Which former Conservative MP wrote novels called The 11th Commandment and Cain and Abel? Karen?
Jeffrey Archer.
Correct. Which reality TV show has been presented by Davina McCall? Karen?
Big Brother.
Correct. Complete the saying. A rolling stone gathers no... Ollie?
Moss.
Correct. Hill Valley, California is the main setting for which 19... Ollie?
Back to the Future.
Correct. Actress Kate Capshaw married which film director in 1991? Steven Spielberg. In which major world religion is a Gurdwara a place... Karen?
Sikhism.
Correct. Which carnival, popularly celebrated in New Orleans, takes its name? Karen?
Mardi Gras.
Correct. Located in Somerset, what is the name of Britain's biggest gorge? Ollie?
Cheddar.
Correct. Which fictional detective is well known for using the word elementary? Karen?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct. The €10 banknote is predominantly a shade of which primary colour? Ollie?
Red.
Correct. By what three-letter abbreviation is a Ministry of Transport test? Karen?
MOT.
Correct. What is the birth surname of the former child actors Mary Kate and Ashley? Karen.
Olsen.
Correct. In 2011, which British singer released the single Set Fire to the Rain? Adele. Which famous sculpture by Auguste Rodin is known in French as Le Penseur? Karen?
The Thinker.
Correct. In which long-running American TV series is lawyer Rachel Zane played by Meghan Markle? Suits. Really good head-to-head, you two. Karen, you had to hold your nerve,
Yeah. He got off to... He was out of the blocks.
but you had to come from behind.
Yeah.
Karen, there you are, third level of the track, just ahead of Ollie on the second level of the track. That means, Karen, another brilliant round. You are through. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Ollie, thank you for playing Hardball.
Thank you for having me.
So we're down to the last two, but who will make it through to play for the huge £3,900 today? Let's find out as we play the semi-final. Karen, Tricia, congratulations on getting to the semi-finals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For both of you, very different stories in getting here, eh? Tricia, how are the nerves right now?
Having seen Karen perform, they're very high.
It will be hard for you as well, Karen, won't it?
Yeah. I think Tricia is very fast on the buzzer.
I'm sure you will both be fine. But, of course, at the semi-final stage, with that jackpot just around the corner, it does get very serious from this point on. Well, remember, only one of you can go through to play for that £3,900 jackpot today. In this semi-final, we'll put you both back on the track at the same time. Again, I'll ask you questions on the buzzer. Right answers move you forward, wrong answers move your opponent forward. The winner will go through to today's final. I'm afraid the loser will have to go home. So it is all to play for. Karen, Tricia, very best of luck.
Thank you.
Let's put you both on the track. There you are. Fingers on the buzzers. The hardball will be released the moment one of you reaches the second level of the track. All right, if you're ready. Karen, Tricia, let's play hardball. Which car manufacturer has models named Golf and Polo? Karen.
VW.
Correct. How many corners does a tricorn hat have? Tricia?
3.
Correct. In the Winnie the Pooh books, what kind of animal is Eeyore? Tricia?
Donkey.
Correct. What colour is the woman wearing in the title of a 2012 horror film starring Karen?
Black.
Correct. In 2005, Prince William graduated from which university? Tricia?
Aberdeen.
St Andrews. In a famous EastEnders storyline, who handed divorce papers to Angie? Karen.
Dirty Den.
Correct. Which Scottish city has two major football teams called Celtic and Rangers? Karen.
Glasgow.
Correct. Which iconic New York hotel was recognised as a National History Landmark in 1986? Tricia.
The Waldorf.
The Plaza. What was the first name of the German composer Beethoven? Tricia.
Ludwig.
Correct. What name is given to the series of conflicts between England and France from 1331? Tricia?
100 Years' War.
Correct. What is the surname of the American TV presenter and businesswoman commonly known as Oprah? Karen?
Winfrey.
Correct. In which limb of the human body are the bones called the radius and... Karen?
Arm.
Correct. The Grants and the Corkhills were families from which 1980s? Tricia?
Brookside.
Correct. What kind of animal is a barracuda? Tricia?
Fish.
Correct. Which book in the Harry Potter series was adapted into 2 films? Karen?
Deathly Hallows.
Correct. Rogério Ceni, one of the all-time top scorers for Brazilian club Sao Paulo, plays in which position? Goalkeeper. In the name of the international organisation UNESCO, what do the letters UN stand for? Tricia?
United Nations.
Correct. Hallamshire is often used informally to refer to the region around which city in... Karen?
Sheffield.
Correct. Madonna, Tiger and Easter are all varieties of which flower? Tricia?
Lily.
Correct. What word can describe condensed vapour in the atmosphere and... Tricia?
Cloud.
Correct. In Greek myth, who died when he flew too close to the sun? Tricia?
Icarus.
Correct. In which American city is John F. Kennedy? Tricia?
New York.
Correct. Which stage musical features the lead? Tricia, Karen, that is how you play the semi-final. That was a really, really hotly contested round.
That was phenomenal.
And Tricia, well, how was it playing that round for you?
That was really nerve-wracking because I thought I was going to lose at several points.
Karen.
I told you she was fast on the buzzer. I kept pressing, but too slow, too slow.
Well, Karen, you have been a fantastic player.
Thank you.
Have you enjoyed your time at Hardball?
Yeah, it's been brilliant, thank you.
Trisha, it's time to play the final. Trisha, congratulations on making it to the final.
Thank you.
£3,900 is the jackpot that you are playing for right now. If this goes really well and you win a bit of money, what would you like to do with it?
I'll go to New York.
Trisha, to win that cash, you've got to take on the hardball one last time.
Yeah.
But this time you will have to beat it. If you make it all the way to the end of the track without the hardball catching you, you will be going home with that £3,900. To help you, you've got 3 boosts, which you can activate at any time. Each boost will allow you to jump forward 1 square, but for every boost you use, that jackpot prize will be halved. So use them wisely and only when you have to. If the hardball catches you at any time, the game is over and the jackpot is lost.
Yeah.
Trisha, you'll see 5 categories. You'll need to choose one and answer questions on it until the hardball reaches each level of the track. Then we'll switch to a different one, and so on.
Yeah.
OK?
Yeah.
Trisha, your 5 categories today are science and technology, geography, British sitcoms, food and drink, and the Olympics. What are your thoughts?
British sitcoms, not really good. The Olympics, maybe. Science and technology might be a good one, depending on how the questions fall.
OK, all right. 5 very different categories. Which one would you like to choose first?
I'll start with science and technology, please.
OK, let's go with science and technology. Answer as many questions as you can on that category.
Yeah.
Let's get you on the track. All right. Trisha, the hardball will be released once I finish asking you your first question.
Yeah.
We're all wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you.
For the final time today, if you're ready. Trisha, let's play hardball. Complete the name of the government-backed secure payment system Chip and what?
PIN.
Correct. In 2018, which billionaire entrepreneur sent a car into space?
Elon Musk.
Correct. Which gas causes the cork to pop out of a champagne bottle?
Carbon dioxide.
Correct. In a conventional 7-colour rainbow, which colour comes between red and yellow?
Orange.
Correct. In 1984, which company released the Macintosh computer?
Apple.
Correct. Which English computer scientist is credited with the invention of the World Wide Web?
Tim Berners-Lee.
Correct. Which company is credited with producing the first commercial photocopier?
Xerox.
Correct. Which scientist wrote the 1976 book titled The Selfish Gene?
Richard Dawkins.
Correct. Which technology corporation makes the Xperia series of mobile phones?
Sony.
Correct. Who was the first woman to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics?
Marie Curie.
Correct. On a standard QWERTY keyboard, what letter? That was a very well-played round.
Thank you.
You are there almost to the end of the second level of the track. That is quite some lead over the hardball, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
4 categories still to choose from. We've got geography, we've got British sitcoms, food and drink, and the Olympics. Which would you like to choose next?
I'll try geography, please.
OK, geography next. Trisha.
OK.
Let's keep this going.
OK.
If you need them, you have those 3 boosts.
Yeah.
Trisha, your first question on geography starts now. The Pacific Island nation with a capital city called Port Moresby is Papua New what?
Guinea.
Correct. The cities of Barcelona and Malaga are Spanish seaports giving access to which major body of water?
Mediterranean.
Correct. The English city of Gloucester stands on the banks of which major river?
Avon.
The 7. On which continent will you find the countries Tanzania and Uganda?
Africa.
Correct. Which country has states called Goa and Punjab?
India.
Correct. How many subdivisions called arrondissement is Paris divided into?
24.
20. Which London tube stop shares its name with a car manufacturer?
Vauxhall.
Correct. Which of America's 50 states comes first alphabetically? Alabama it would have been. But we don't need it, Trisha, because we are still really in a very good position.
OK.
3 categories still to choose from. British sitcoms, food and drink, and of course the Olympics still there as well.
Probably food and drink would be the next one.
Yeah? OK,
Please.
let's take that one. Questions on food and drink. Trisha, here they come. In British dining etiquette, a knife is traditionally held in which hand?
Right.
Correct. In 1990, which member of the royal family launched the Duchy Originals organic food
Prince
range?
Charles.
Correct. The words chocolate, chili and tomato originated in the language of which Mexican civilization?
Aztec.
Correct. An Irish coffee is traditionally made with which alcoholic drink?
Whiskey.
Correct. Which classic British pudding is traditionally made with Bramley apples topped with
Apple
sponge?
tart.
Eve's pudding. Which grain is the main ingredient in flapjacks?
Oats.
Correct. Pui, red and brown are all varieties of which edible pulse?
Lentil.
Correct. You keep it cool very well, Tricia. I don't know how, but I'm learning a few lessons from you. We're down on the 4th level of the track. That is still a very good lead on the hardball. We still have those 3 boosts intact,
Yeah.
which means that the jackpot is still £3,900. 2 categories remain.
Well, it's going to have to be British sitcoms. I don't know enough about the Olympics to feel confident that I would be able to answer enough questions.
OK, that's the next one we're going to choose. British sitcoms, here we go. Will Mellor played Gaz in the sitcom 2 Pints of Lager and a Packet of what?
Crisps.
Correct. What is the first name of the Spanish waiter in Fawlty
Manuel.
Towers? Correct. In which sitcom written by Lee Mack does Sally Breton play Lucy?
Not going out.
Correct. The stand-up comedian and co-writer of the BBC sitcom Car Share is Peter who?
K.
Correct. Which British sitcom featured Richard Ayoade as the main character Maurice?
The IT crowd.
Correct. The fictional quiz show Gold Rush, hosted by Jonathan Ross, appeared in which sitcom?
Pass.
Only Fools and Horses. In Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, which character was played by Michelle Dautrice?
Ooh, pass.
Betty. Which sitcom features a long distance?
Wow.
Tricia, that was hard. But we are safely into the 5th and final level of the track. The hardball is behind us.
Yeah.
So things are still looking really good. And as we look at the last category remaining, how are you feeling about taking on the Olympics?
It's got to be done.
OK, you're only 4 correct answers away from winning that jackpot. You have 3 boosts if you need them.
Yeah.
Tricia, for £3,900, one last time, let's play hardball. The Summer Olympic Games takes place once every how many years?
4.
Correct. The abbreviation IOC stands for International Olympic what?
Committee.
Correct. Which American swimmer is the most decorated athlete in Olympic history?
Mark Spitz.
Michael Phelps. What tea is the object in which the Olympic flame is ceremonially carried?
Torch.
Correct. Which British rower won gold medals at 5 consecutive Olympic Games?
Steve Redgrave.
Correct.
Wow.
Tricia.
That's phenomenal.
And that is exactly how I'd describe you today, Tricia. You have been an absolute phenomenon. £3,900 is all yours.
That's amazing.
Whew! That brings the hardball to a halt for now. Join us next time when 6 more contestants will try to beat the hardball. See you soon.